Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. My name is GW3 and today I've got my Game Week 3 team selection for you guys, and yes, you've probably seen by the thumbnail or the title, I have activated my wildcard, so I'm going to go through my decisions that I'm making on the wildcard, and it is a really interesting team to be honest. But before I get into that team, let's have a look at how I did in Game Week 2 to go through why I've hit the wildcard button. It was a pretty good game week, to be honest, in Game Week 2. 77 points in total. Gave me a nice green arrow there of some 3.8 million to about 2.9 million. So nearly a million points jump there. But it was only really thanks to two players. I captained Haaland for that fixture against Ipswich. I said in the previous video, he's just the obvious choice. I wouldn't look to go differential this week. But really well done if you went for a Palmer or a Son captain, because they equally did really, really well. So well done if you have any of them. But yeah, it was only really Haaland and Gordon that got me any points. 10 there from Gordon, getting a last-ditch goal and somehow 3 bonus points as a result. But, you know, I'll absolutely take that. But yeah, some returns there from Gabriel. Robinson getting a late bonus point as well. Really, really nice. An assist and 2 bonus, I believe it was. Really well done from him, despite not getting a clean sheet. An assist from Jota, an assist from Saka, and then blanks everywhere else. It wasn't great. And Cuckoo obviously was the worst performer there, getting benched for his fixture for Chelsea. Yeah, he's just a massive oversight from all of us, to be honest. I kind of got caught up in the hype of him being a good player. I did think, given he's just come back from injuries, he wouldn't really get too many minutes, and that was right. So yeah, basically all the risks I've taken at the start of the season have not paid off, and Cuckoo, Kamada and Kwanzaa have all been rotation risks. So yeah, I've got some problems here. The team doesn't look too bad, in all honesty. It doesn't look too horrendous. You've got, you know, the likes of Isak and Muniz, who have been unlucky to get as little points as they have. I know other people have got the likes of Eze, Fernandez, still really good choices who just haven't been returning. Henderson, though, I think has just been a bad pick. The fixtures haven't been too great for Crystal Palace defensively, and I should have really looked at it and not really seen too many clean sheets for Crystal Palace. And Gvardiol losing a clean sheet to Ipswich as well, not great. So it was a bit of a mixed bag. I've seen some scores well into the hundreds. Well done as well if you went for the triple captain on Haaland. I wasn't really ever going to do that. I said I was about 10% on it. This is one of the best opportunities, though, for a single game week. I think I will hold off for the double game week, although we apparently might only get 2 double game weeks, and we've got a triple captain, we've got a bench boost, we've got a free hit, and we've got a mystery chip as well. So I don't know how advantageous that is going to be, holding on to all those chips, but we will have to wait and see. I can't go back and triple captain Haaland. 17 points, I think, is an absolutely respectable score. I think 13, I might have been questioning it, but 17 has put it beyond doubt of that is a good score, and you'd be happy with that in a double game week. So yeah, an all right game week, a nice green arrow. We can't really expect too much else, but looking to catch up on the field with, brace yourself for this, the Game Week 3 wildcard. Now, I'm going to have to run through the team here. I've obviously gained quite a bit of squad value by doing early transfers to get in a lot of these players. And yeah, this team looks a bit wild, to be honest. It is a freemium, so it has Haaland, Palmer and Salah in the team. And it's also got 2 premium defenders, both Liverpool defenders as well, and a 5 million goalkeeper. So yeah, I've really focused the funds on specific areas. Now, I'll explain myself. The premiums seem to be the assets who are performing extremely well. We look at the top rankings at the moment, the top points. Haaland's up there, Salah's up there, Palmer's up there, Son's up there, Saka's up there. They are all up there. And I think having as many as possible is great. You can get 5. You can get all 5 premiums, but it means having literally the cheapest possible in every position. That doesn't sound like a very sensible idea. You can have 4. I could include Saka in a team like this fairly easily as well, but it means going as cheap as possible everywhere else, and it also means sacrificing the premium defenders. So I've come to a compromise with the most I think I can get reasonably is free premiums. I have the most expensive free as well, Haaland, Salah, and Palmer. Now, the idea would be to have these free premiums and use my transfers to essentially rotate between them. So I believe I would go with these three for the next 3 game weeks. I'd try to hold on for the next 3 game weeks. I would then do Salah to Saka when his fixtures get good, when Saka has that brilliant run of free fixtures. I'd get rid of Salah. Maybe, you know, he's got quite a couple good games in that time, so might not be the best move. But I would then, in game week 8, move Palmer back to Salah. So I'd basically be rotating between these premiums. And if I'm set up with the most expensive free, who I want to have right now, to begin with, then I can manage it with any combination of the three. There is also, I have made a draft without Haaland. There is definitely a case to do that and go for Watkins instead, and then I would have Saka in the midfield, and then I could also go up to Mbeumo as well. But I really want Haaland, and I would want Haaland in game week 7, and trying to shift enough funds to then get Haaland back in 7 doesn't really work very nicely, because there's not really anyone I'd want to take out. I wouldn't really want to take out Palmer at that point as well, and it would be Salah. I think I'd make the sacrifice there. So yeah, this is an insane looking team. So I need to probably run through the team itself and give you some indication on the dilemmas I'm having and why I've picked each player. So Martinez in goal. I do really want David Raya. I want him for the long term. The issue is I just couldn't afford this team with Raya in it. So I've downgraded 0.5 because I basically want a goalkeeper for 3 game weeks, because Raya is going to come in game week 6. I'm going to use free transfers to get in the Arsenal players, basically. So Martinez was the best choice in terms of the next 3 game weeks, in terms of the fixtures, in terms of the defensive strength of the team. I think Aston Villa is the best choice, so I'm going to go with Martinez in there. Robinson is obviously going to keep his spot. I love Robinson. He is super attacking. He's got great fixtures. He's going to stay in there. The reason I've got Trent and Robertson is I was watching back the Liverpool games, and those two are playing like the good old days. They are so advanced, both of them. Trent's obviously got the extra appeal of free kicks and I believe corners. I believe he's taking corners as well. I think Robertson might take some as well. I haven't really paid attention to that. But mainly the positioning of the two of them has been super advanced. And considering Robinson's only 6 million, I really like that saving over going over a Jota, who could become a rotation risk in the future. I don't think he will be for the long run. In the long run, in short term, I don't think Jota will be a rotation risk. I want Salah in. Salah is Salah. I think he's an amazing player. He's going to play all the minutes. He's going to get that extra 10, 20 minutes as well when the likes of Jota and Diaz come off a bit early. I really want Salah in the team. And it has come at the sacrifice of Jota. I do think Salah will outscore Jota, and especially, this is more long-term because I've taken risks elsewhere. So yeah, Robertson and Trent are both looking super attacking, and it is quite a differential play at the moment. I don't have an Arsenal defender, but like I said, Raya will come in game week 6 for Martinez. That is the plan, because at that point, I will have 4 free transfers, hopefully, by that point. I'll have 2 next game week. I'll have 3 in game week 5, and I'll have 4 in game week 6. So this is a team built for at least 3 weeks, and then using some rotation. Obviously, I've gone through the premiums. I think Palmer is comfortably the best captaincy choice for me this game week. Palace haven't looked great defensively. Chelsea looking really in full flow. They're playing at home. Palmer's looking excellent, and I think this new system really benefits him as well, like really gets the most out of him. He even looked pretty good, I thought, in the Man City game. So yeah, he's just going to be my captain for the week. And yeah, it's pretty much going to rotate between the 3 of them until Saka comes in. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because of the value from the cheap enablers. As you can see there, I've got 2 4 million defenders. FaZe rotates really nicely with Robinson. I do know that FaZe might be transferring out. If FaZe does leave, that will be Vestergaard or Okoli, I believe his name is, one of the other 4 million defenders from Leicester. Basically, I want to bench Robinson in 5, 7, and 8, and that's when Leicester have really nice fixtures. Leicester are the best choice to compare with that, so that's why FaZe is in the team. Nedeljkovic is there in case Villa don't sign a defender, a right back, and he could be great value as well to come into the team. But yeah, Nedeljkovic is kind of a dead spot at the moment. Let's get on to all the cheap players, as you can see there. I have 5 in total. I have Elanga, Rodgers, Smith Rowe, Visser, Pedro. Now, these are 5 teams who I think rotate incredibly nicely. And that sounds insane to say, right? A 5-team rotation where I'm playing 4 of them constantly. But I really like them as picks, and almost all of them, they are my favourites. Now, Elanga is there because he is 5.4 million. As you can see there, I've got nothing in the bank. I would really like Semenyo, but he is 5.5 million. So the only way I can get in Semenyo is if somebody drops 0.1 million, either a goalkeeper or a defender. So I can get a 3.9 million defender instead of Nedeljkovic, or a 3.9 goalkeeper instead of Lumley. That is the only way I'm getting in Semenyo. I could get in Semenyo over Smith Rowe, but I would really like a Fulham attacker still for those really nice fixtures. I would also really like Muniz over Smith Rowe. I think he's put up better stats. I think he's been unlucky not to return so far. But the reason why I haven't gone with Muniz is because I think there are better choices in Visser and João Pedro. Again, Visser isn't my first choice. I would prefer Mbomo, but he is just too expensive. And he is also going to be coming in Game Week 6. Saka's going to be coming in. Ray is going to be coming in. And Mbomo is going to be coming in. All 3 of those I'm able to get perfectly in Game Week 6. Rodgers, I don't think I need to say much about him. I think everyone's been talking about him. Despite not getting a return yet, he's looked excellent in that Villa side. And for 5 million, if he's a assured starter, that's brilliant value for me. But yeah, Elanga, I would like to make Semenyo, but I don't have that 0.1 million because I lost it on Kwanzaa, which is really frustrating. Semenyo works even better in this rotation, but Elanga is only really needed for a few game weeks. I could go for Kluivert. He is 5.4 million, does play for Bournemouth. I just don't know how secure his minutes are. And yeah, I'm taking a risk here in that these 5 players they all hold on to their spots, right? João Pedro probably want to have an addressed. I do think Pedro is the best choice from the Brighton players. His minutes are looking better by the day. He's on penalties as well. And at 5.5 million, I think he's a really great value pick. I do like Welbeck as well. I know a lot of people will dismay you off of Welbeck because we're not sure about his minutes. I think he's playing so well right now. Why wouldn't his minutes be secure? He's been excellent. So yeah, this is quite an insane team in terms of the rotation, and only just possible because of how I've mixed and matched. Like I said, I would like Semenyo in this team. I think he's an excellent pick in that Bournemouth side. He's put up, I think, the best XGI out of anyone so far, or something like that, apart from Haaland maybe. But yeah, I would like Semenyo in this team. I just don't quite know how to squeeze him in. So yeah. Really interesting team here. Let me know what you think about it. Moving on to the mini league team of the game week. Of course, it was a triple captain Haaland player with 51 points there from Haaland. Naziru De Highest, the manager name here, with triple. You are seeing that right. Triple Spurs defense. Absolutely crazy. Getting the Romero 14-pointer there. He's even viced Raya. He was so confident about Haaland playing. Raya for his 10-pointer. To be honest, 10 points would have been not too bad from a goalkeeper triple captain. I hope you guys can't hear that noise in the back. That's really annoying. Hopefully you could put up with it if you can. De Bruyne, 12-pointer as well. Salah, 10. He's got Thomas Partey for 11 points as well. Absolutely insane there. And he's still even got 6 points from Cunha on the bench. He's got Casemiro as well. This is a ridiculous team. Darwin Núñez as well. This is an absolutely crazy looking team, but it is by far the highest score in the mini league for the game week. So really well done there from the team FC Dark. Really amazing team, if I'm honest. And then, of course, the team of the game week leaderboard doesn't really look too interesting at the moment because nobody so far has got in the top 20 twice. So it is all just the top 10 finishers from the last 2 game weeks are all here. Shout out as well to FPL Crusader, who is the only FPL account so far, I believe, who is actually off the mark. It has a top 20. He's not actually on the leaderboard here, but he's the only one with FPL in his name who is off the mark from my knowledge. Unless someone here is an FPL creator and they've just used their name, I wouldn't know. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Leave a comment down below. Are you wildcarding? How ridiculous do you think my wildcard looks? I know it's probably not a sensible play. I am pricing myself out of a lot of players, basically all the mid-range players. I could get burnt by the likes of Isak, of Gordon, of Jota, of course, who I have sold. All these kind of players I could get burnt by, but I think this team looks really fun, and I've got a plan for the next 5-6 game weeks, and we'll really take it from there. Going to use transfers with the premiums, rotating between them, and I might need to use a transfer here and there for the cheap enablers. I'm praying that they all keep their spot, don't get injured. There are also alternatives for all of them as well. The way of getting Semenyo in, like I mentioned, I could get in Adama Traore instead of Smith Rowe. That is an alternative that I have looked at. Also, Carvalho would be a really nice enabler. It would allow me to have Muniz instead, and I'd have Carvalho instead of Visser. But I just don't know how secure his minutes are or how good he's going to be. We just haven't seen him yet, and I think Visser is a really nice pick. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next FPL video.